Welcome back everyone to another faction cruiser roam. Now this time it will be a little bit different. Besides flying the Orthrus, I'll also be flying my good old Ashimmu. That's still one of the best ships that I have ever flown, and it still keeps on impressing me by what it all survived so far. This ship survived getting jumped so many times. It survived things that my Cinnabal couldn't. It survived things that the Orthrus couldn't survive. So the Ashimmu is very interesting and overall a very robust and deadly ship. It still has the title of the best PvP cruiser in the game, although the Orthrus does match it quite well because it's fast and of course it has very decent bonuses. Now, for the fitting here, I did replace my points, dual predator webs. I can technically fit 3 predator webs if predator points if I need to, but so far this build seems to be working quite well. Overall, now I can take advantage of the missile range. The rest of the modules are mostly the same. We'll be waiting for the nanocore on the Orthrus. That will be interesting. I really hope that it will give me bonuses on point range and missiles. The speed bonus is going to be there, I hope. So the Orthrus will be more lethal when it receives its own nanocore. Well then, time to destroy some ships. Alright,
Warp drive
time
active.
to warp towards the first target. AI Awakening. Alright, that's an encounter, a Galante mission. Or, well, a universal mission for all factions. We have a Balgorn. Okay, now we're talking about something nice and juicy. 16-17 kilometers. I have to get range as quickly as I can. Okay, I'm on 30 kilometers. Balgorn has been pointed to orbit at 35 kilometers. I am now safe from the Balgorn's neutralizers and webs, so even if they decide to use them on me, it's not going to work because range. Balgorn lost its shields. Now Balgorn in armor. They are an armor tank. They're boosting slowly. We are slowly going through its tank. I have a weird bug going on here. My target painter did turn itself off for some weird reason. Balgorn has been and still is pointed, 45% armor. And well, my ship wanted to warp to the station there for some very questionable reasons, not quite sure what was going on. And the Balgorn had stabs. Well, I feel disappointed, to be honest. I expected a nice and juicy Balgorn kill. But still, was a very nice attempt to shoot down one of the deadliest battleships in the game. I still call that a victory. We forced the Balgorn to warp away. Alright, next target. We have a Raven. Excellent. I love to shoot down Ravens. I landed very close. Need to get at least 30 kilometer range. Don't want to get scrambled by the Raven. Okay, already at 25, 30 kilometers from the Raven. They are in 50% shield. The shield on the Raven going down slowly. They decided to shoot at me. I like how I'm always the primary target. It should be 50% chance that I'm the primary target because you have 2 of these ships flying around, but for some reason they all decide to shoot at me, not at my buddy over there. So I don't know. That needs some investigation right there. Raven in low shield. I have been target painted. I mean, my ship is already red, blood red, so it has a target painting effect on it by default. Raven now in armor. Raven is using rapid missiles that are actually doing some damage on my shield, but still I am holding out. I'm holding out quite well, I believe. Raven now in under 50% armor. They're still boosting shield a little bit, but the tank has been broken. This might be a PvE Raven, that's why they are going down so easily. PvP Raven with shield extenders is dangerous. We did fight one of these ships that's built like that a couple days ago. 2 Nosferatu and 2 target painters on my red machine, so I'm still gonna hold out quite well. It's not a big problem. Raven in hull, they are going down. Nice. That was a nice kill. And I got hit by the last missile volley from the Raven. Okay, well, good fight. They fought until the very end. Let me quickly grab the loot. Excellent. Let's take range. Let's burn away from the mission beacon. There's a chance that more will arrive. You never know what can happen actually. Next target, we have a cyclone. This is high void space, one of the new events that we received. So it's perfect if you want to hunt. You just wait around and wait for ships to warp in. Cyclone pointed, scrambled. I'm going to my safe range at 45 kilometers. Cyclone lost its shields. Cyclone taking heavy armor damage. Those are some very, very nice hits from my missile launchers. Also was a shield tank. A Cyclone built for exploration. Interesting. Haven't seen that in a while. Okay, let's loot up the wreck. Nice. Okay, well, that was a nice kill, by the way. Now let's align away from the beacon of the void space. Let's go towards the next target. Even in these sites, if you scan down a ship, it will warp you approximately to the distance of the beacon, not on the ship. Which is good and bad. Good if you are a mission runner, then you don't have to worry about getting jumped. Bad if you're a PvP player, because then you might lose a lot of targets. Next target, Sabre fleet issue. Alright. Now, the Sabre is, if you would ask me what's the best cruiser in the game, I would say the Sabre. That ship is crazy. In the right hands, it can do some serious damage. And I really need to get one of these ships for myself and, build it with a very interesting build and try it out, because I'm pretty sure that Sabre can actually shoot down some faction cruisers if flown by the right pilot. Of course, it's only a tier 6 cruiser, but for what it can offer, it sure does a lot of things for its price. So that ship is, if you would ask me what's the best cruiser, it's the Sabre fleet. And yeah, as you can see, that Sabre is speed tanking my missiles. That's why these missile launchers can be good and bad at the same time. Rapid missile launchers would be perfect against ships with small signature radiuses, as for example frigates. Well, the Sabre fleet also has a very small signature radius. It's comparable to a destroyer. and it's also very fast. So against these ships, rapid missiles would be perfect because they have some very decent parameters that can help at doing more damage to these smaller, more agile and maneuverable targets. Okay, next target. Well, I would kindly ask you to put any garlic away because I am in the vampire. Vampires don't like garlic, so I hope that none of my targets have garlic in their ships. That would be bad news for this Ashimmu. Now, first target, Prophecy, a tanky one. It has been webbed. I'm slowly doing my work with destroying its capacitor. The Prophecy decided to throw some garlic at my Ashimmu, but it's not the garlic that I need to worry about. I can take damage for some time before having to go away. I'm going to tank the garlic equipped medium drones. The Prophecy is tanky. These ships are still very dangerous. I generally I'm starting to be more careful around Prophecies and all these drone boat ships because of the Orthrus. They can kill the Orthrus pretty quickly. Prophecy now in low hull. That was a nice fight from the Prophecy. It did hold out quite well. Impressive. Let's grab the loot. Let's web the. Let's take the pod if possible. I have barely taken any shield damage on this ship, and that also was a PvP Prophecy. Interesting. Well then, good fight to the pilot. I would suggest more garlic next time. Garlic is highly effective against Blood Raider ships. Speaking of drone boats, Prophecy Command. Now I'm pretty sure this ship should have been called the Damnation because I'm pretty sure that the Damnation is the equivalent of this ship, just in EVE Online. And I really hope that in the future they do change the names of the ships to, make more sense. I'd rather call the ship Damnation than the Prophecy Guardian, if you know what I mean. But in any case, they are now in 50% armor, and they are taking more damage. They have been webbed. By now the capacitor on the Prophecy should be low, or if not low, depleted. I did work on some of the skills for the Ashimmu, mostly improving the lasers. I still have a long way actually to use the full potential of the lasers on the Ashimmu. And I'm also thinking if I should get the nanocore for this ship before the nanocore on the Orthrus, because I would rather, I would actually use the laser range bonus quite well. Might actually swap to the pulse lasers if I get the nanocore for the Ashimmu, because I still have 25-kilometer range with pulse lasers. So I will still keep the same build, just with a little bit more heavy modules. We have another Prophecy. Pointed. Missiles are away. This time I am in the Orthrus, and that Prophecy went down pretty quickly. I mean, we have some of the best killers in the game on the gate here, so why am I surprised about ships getting blown up so fast? But I'll just go and grab the loot, because why not? Oh, okay. Nice, some blueprints, some data cores, some missiles. All things that I can actually use. Nice, not bad. Well then, let's continue orbiting the gate and let's wait for more victims to jump through. And by the way, those are some big bubbles. Those are some big bubbles on that interdictor. Next target, Tornado 2. I am in the Orthrus. They have been pointed. Target painted. And from all ships that they could have shoot at, they shoot at me. Okay. That's what I'm talking about. People want me popped in this game since a couple days ago. Tornado now in... Well, Tornado has been destroyed, so... They used large artillery. No way that they can hit the ship at that range, moving this fast with large artillery. Speaking of tornadoes, I really need to bring back my tornadoes. I missed those ships. I actually lost both of them a while ago. One was lost in the camp. One was lost, I believe, also in a camp. I really have to check the lost details, how I lost these ships. Next target, Cyclone. I'm going to point them. They're pointed, webbed. Let's try that again. For some reason the ship did not listen to the original approach command of 28 kilometers. Pointed and webbed. Okay, now it's working. Cyclone in low armor. Now they are in hull. Nice, okay. Another Cyclone goes down. Well, more blood for the Blood Raiders, I guess. At least the ship will not die from hunger. I mean, that's for sure. Oh, we have a Sinensis swarping in, but the bubble is off and they jumped. Alright, well, that was a couple billion-isk Sinensis warping through with highest tier scanning modules. Next victim, Daredevil. Webbed pointed. This is one very dead Daredevil. Well, yep, I love this ship because whatever you web, it's probably going to go down because the web range on the Ashimmu is pretty silly. I love it. Well, let's peek inside of the Daredevil wreck. Hopefully there are some Serpentis debris inside, would be a decent profit. Well, no debris. Okay. Fair enough. I guess. Can't be lucky every day. That's fine. Next target, Mammoth. Oh boy, this is going to be this is going to cause salt. I pray that the Mammoth is full. And unfortunately the Mammoth was not full. Oh well. I guess that was one lucky pallet because they did not pick up the loot that they planned to do. We did unfortunately catch that Mammoth on time. The next target, this is a Vexer Navy. Pointed, webbed. I really like to use dual webs on the Ashimmu. I did mention this a lot of times before. Dual webs actually saved me from losing the ship from one of our old roams back a couple months ago. We got jumped by 5 or even more ships. I kept all of them at range with the dual webs. So, and I eventually did manage to jump out. From all of these 5 ships, there was also a Cinnabel inside that I kept at bay with my Nosferatu and with webs. A very tricky ship to shoot down. That was also nice loot. Let's go back to the gate. I actually never lost an Ashimmu. I did lose a Cinnaball, I did lose tornadoes. I blew up one of my Arbis. But the Ashimmu, yeah, I've never lost this ship and probably won't lose it anytime soon. Next victim, tornado. I got stuck at the gate here. That's quite a bad luck. But I am still appearing in the kill mail with 0 damage. That was a very dead tornado, by the way. Got blown away by this monstrous fleet at this gate. I still don't have a striker battleship. Not quite sure if I kinda want to fly one because these things are quite expensive and they're also quite slow. And I don't even get to shoot down the pod here. That's how deadly these guys are. Can't even get the pod. How am I going to feed the vampire without any pods? That's not gonna work. Well then, I guess I'll just return to the gate. Next target, RB Covertops. RB Interdictor, my apologies. Okay. 52 kilometers away from me. Shield gone and they warped away. Now this is my fault. I could have go and point that RB if I was not burning around the gate with my micro warp drive. Next victim, Thrasher Fleet. Let's shoot that ship down. Now you might be wondering why am I showing a tier 5, tier 4 destroyer. Well, now people are actually fitting all kinds of modules on these ships, including exploration. So sometimes you actually have 500 million kill mails from these ships. You really never know what you can get out of any ship that you shoot down. So next target, this is a... oh, this is the same RB from before. Well, they lost a shield, they lost armor, and they jumped through the gate. Now the good news is they jumped right into another bubble, and they have been destroyed. So that RB did not survive. Next target, we have our Prophecy. I am 47 kilometers away. They have been tackled. There's a Venture now jumping in. Let's quickly shoot down that ship as well. That's called being at the wrong place in the wrong time. Okay, at least I got the kill on the Venture. I haven't seen a Venture 4 just yet. I know people are flying them. Most of the time I believe they can be found in the occupied null territories. I think they're used there, but I might be wrong. Have a next target. Procurer, okay. Let's blow this industrial ship. Nice. Alright, that was a lovely kill. Oh man, I think we made a lot of players angry this day. But that's fine. I mean, I don't survive all camps. I mean, I still lose a ship from time to time, so it's all good. It's all part of the game. Oh, I can't loot that. What? We have some strip miners. Clocking device. Looks like I'll have to actually drop some loot from a cargo hold. Oh well, that was a very nice run. Hope that you enjoyed. I'm really glad to be flying the Ashimmu again after a little break. Of course, you will see more of these deadly faction ships very soon. And with that being said, stay safe, fly safe, and as always, I'll see you next time.